we'll be basically installing RS4V framework. So what I'll do, first of all, very simple. Okay, I'm going to press Ctrl Alt T, so my terminal opens up, and I'm going to type git. So if you're a new PC, like a new Ubuntu, so you may not have git, so kindly use sudo apt install git to install the GitHub. Alright, in the meantime, I'm going to search my repository. Okay, I have to press Y here. So yeah, yes, install the git. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to search my repository. Just ignore some background noises because I'm out of my house right now. That's it. I mean, there are some constructions. So anyways, so we have Firefox. So Firefox is open. So let me search my repository. In the meantime, do we have git? So type git. Yep, we have git installed. So I'll just clear it out. And now I'll go to the repository RS4V framework. Okay, so we are in the repository now. Okay, so pretty simple. So what I want to do is you can create a directory, something like pack or something like that, random name. Okay, so I'm just gonna cd there, enter the directory. Okay, so there are no files. Now what I'll do, I'm gonna give git clone. Okay, such that we can clone the repository. All right, so I'm gonna clone the repository now, git clone. Okay, so cd for the RS4V framework. Great. So now we can see many files. There are two ways to install, either using main.py, that's the manual method, or install.sh, which is bash script, that is a bit easy. So what I'll do, I'll just check the documentation. We'll go to automated script. So that is using the sudo bash install.sh. So I'll try that. So sudo bash install.sh. So the installer should automatically start. Now since it's a new Ubuntu, I would highly recommend using auto installer. Also, if you think you may not have the dependencies and all of that, if you're using the manual method, you can use the manual method. It's very simple. What you do, you just need to clone as you did, and then you need to use pip3. Now some PCs may not have pip3, so our installer will install that too automatically. And if you have pip3, that's great. Okay, you can use ap2 to install it, and once you install pyfiglet, then you can run the main.py. Right, e is required because it preserves the environment, right? Just like your uh, VNV virtual environment of Python, right? So similar to that. So it's a virtual and of Python. So we just need to preserve environment. So that's why I use the E. So all right. So now we have an install in the background that's running. Alternatively, as I told, you can use the method 1 2, but method 2 is highly recommended since it's very easy. We have made it pretty simple. If you get some error, as you can see, you can use the DOS to Unix command. Okay, it's not installed by default, so type sudo apt install DOS to Unix in case you get some error like this, right? Because I had copied it from the Windows, and when you copy from Windows and shift to Ubuntu, your Control F and LF changes, right? Your line ending changes. So that's why there's also a Git attribute for that. If you go, you can see added Git attribute to normalize line endings, right? So now I think we have our installer running. So let's wait now. It's gonna install ORTHANC for us automatically, and also some PIP or Python dependency for us automatically, right? So let me just wait for that. If I finish this time, just skip the video. Okay, you can just go forward in the timestamps. Okay, perfect. I think I'll be putting the timestamps in comments, so you prefer that itself. And you can just click on those timestamp and rather than hearing me wait. Okay, so we have our thank. We're gonna start our thank now. Okay, we're gonna install PIP, I guess. Yep, correct. Yeah, so I did not have PIP. As I told, it's a fresh Ubuntu installation. 24. Yeah, I think it's 24 LTS. So let's just wait for PIP installation. Meantime, I'll just check my Ubuntu. Okay, so it's Ubuntu LTS. I'm right. So we're using Ubuntu 24 LTS. Perfect. Okay, so I think now we are having PIP installed because we did not have PIP. For you, it may not take so much time. It might be quicker if you have some PIP or something like that pre-installed. As I told, here I'm using a virtual environment with the latest Ubuntu. which basically does not have any packages. There we are going to run this installer. So in such scenarios, it might take time to install and download some dependencies. So let's wait. Yeah, it is downloading all the requirements as I told for Python 2. So PIP1, that is automatically done here. So you do not worry about all of that, right? Okay, great. So it tells that my ORTHANC has been installed. So let me just access the ORTHANC, open link. Yep. So you can see the ORTHANC has been successfully installed. So the problem is this ORTHANC, right, cannot be accessed other than localhost. Correct. So if I just go to type IPA, so this is my IP address. I'm just going to Control C. And then let me just go to my Windows. I think it was 8042 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so I get this login, username and password. Now this is not that secure, and alternatively you can brute force this. It is in your orthanc.json. It's in this directory. I'll show you. See, I have mentioned it already in my GitHub too. So if you go to the configurations, right, it's in this directory. Sorry, not this. Yeah, it is orthanc. So the problem here is it's not that secure. So what we are going to do is pretty simple, and not only secure, it doesn't allow you to log in. I don't think there's any username and password. So what we'll do is pretty simple. We are going to use sudo e python 3 and main.py. Okay. So since we did not have python, it automatically installed because we had run installer already, right? So install ORTHANC is not required because we already have ORTHANC with WebWeaver. Yeah, we need to run the proxy server. Press 2. So yeah, we already have the requirement. So yeah, so it tells no captive portal credentials are found. Obviously, I'm running it for the first time, so I'll use Shravan as my name, and again Shravan as my password. Self-signed SSL certificate has been generated. Okay, let's wait. Great. So now I can access the port using this IP address. Just gonna Control C. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll go to this path and I'll enter. But it automatically takes me to HTTPS and it's self-signed certificate, as you can see. So rs4v.com, rs4v root, yeah, it's self-signed. So what I'll do, I'll just proceed. And remember, self-signed certificate are also secure, right? So I'm going to type Shravan, and the password also has Shravan. Yeah, now I need the key file. Now the key file will be at Ubuntu itself, where you generated, right? So yeah, one more thing, in your home directory, your logs are always saved, right? You can just double click on that and view the logs from the starting. All the logs are there. So in a scenario where your server crashes, your logs are always 24/7 there. Okay, in pack RS4 framework, I think my download RS4 is here. So let me try to copy it. See, there may be some error during copying in VM in my scenario. Let me just go to okay, 90k. Yes, I'll just paste it here. Yeah. So Shravan.rs4 has come here. So I'll just try to enter that key and I'll open it and I'll upload the key. And you can see in background, the logs have come. And yes, ORTHANC has successfully logged me in. I can access ORTHANC. So what I'm going to do, I can just go to another tab and I can download any ORTHANC file or some .dcm demo files, right? I can do that. I think I already have one demo file, so I'll just do one thing. I'll just upload that itself. So select files to upload. That one final. Okay, I have run multiple things. I suppose my, okay, it's uploading in instances. I feel this path. Okay, give me a second. I'll just go back to my Windows. It has frozen. Yeah, done. So you can see that upload has been taken place. You can see here obviously in the logs. Right, if you press enter, you can just go back to the menu. Okay, anytime. So what I'll do, I'll just go to the path again. Okay. So I think upload is done. So what others used to do in the NIT case, basically they were developing plugins, right? And I did not develop plugins. We directly made a proxy server itself. So what I'll do, I'll click on all studies or all patient, right? And just click on this. Now you can see this ORTHANC web viewer. By default, ORTHANC does not have this, and you have to break your head to install ORTHANC web viewer. So we're gonna click on that, and we'll have web viewer where you can see as I'm scrolling, I can live see the web viewer, and you proxied under our this thing. What is that? You're having our connections to our proxy, right? And as I'm moving here, you can see in background, yes, files are loading. I'm just going to close this and close this too. Okay, so I can use the second option to either add or remove user. I can add a user. Yes, let me tell like a Regan. Okay, his key is generated. I can view users. I can change anyone's password. No, I don't want to change now. And I can also save a PDF report of the logs. Let me save as demo.pdf. Press enter. If I go to the directory here, I should have a demo.pdf here. Yeah, it just loaded, I guess. Okay, you can see the server PDF report is there, right? From starting of the server till now, what and all logs are there, including the registered number of users, right? How many users are registered and all the logs, correct? Also your logs, as I told, you can always go to the home directory. Home directory will always have logs. Okay, it's fixed there, right? Now you can restart the server. You can whitelist or blacklist an IP address, so something like 127.0.0.1 whitelist w. Okay, you can do that too. You can turn off the server or generate a key for a new user if the key is lost or hacked or missing and all that. So let me turn off the server now. Okay, so now we have another option called scan for vulnerabilities. So I'm going to use third option. So let it run. Okay, so now we have the security scanner with us. Yeah, so what I'll do, I want to scan for vulnerabilities, and it's going to give list of vulnerabilities from orthang.json also, saying that it has default port, it has 424 enabled, all of that, right? So that is also possible. Next is list all CVs. Only CVs will be listed, and I think after that we have save as PDF. So I'll use save as PDF. Yeah, so ORTHANC scan report.pdf has been generated. So I'll go to that ORTHANC scan generated PDF 1 second in the directory where we saved. ORTHANC scan report is here, and you can see the vulnerabilities, including version of ORTHANC and whatever the other issues are in ORTHANC, and all the details. So this report. So what we used something known as a report lab here, right, to generate reports. So that's pretty much it. Also, if you want to check all the ports running in your system, you try nmap. Okay, I don't have nmap, sudo apt install nmap. You can use the firewall to block port 8042 since it's not in use anymore for us. So you can create rules where you can just whitelist 127.0.1 or internal application proxy to run. So that's additional step we did, which you can do too. Alright, so fine, we have nmap with us. I'm just going to do nmap to localhost. Great. So obviously I turned off the server, so I don't think it'll be on. But yeah, you can see in 8042 our ORTHANC is running and 424 DICOM is running. So that's what our report said just now, right? Stating that stating that 8042 is used, 424 is used, all of that. And yeah, general ORTHANC and DICOM, they don't have SSL supports, but we use ourselves and SSL. So that's the part of the project. Okay. So yeah, we are done. That's about all the options. So we're going to press Ctrl C, and yep, we are done.